And I start out with the detailed nutrition intake form, or lifestyle intake form, I should say. I want to know everything about what you're eating, what you're doing, what your past has been from the time that you were conceived to the time that you were diagnosed. And I kind of want to know a pattern with that. I really take the time to get to know you in your lifestyle today to really try to hone in on lifestyle factors that might be exacerbating or having a play negatively in your life, in your symptoms. So I start with, most of the time I'll recommend that we do some type of labs, such as micronutrient testing, because a lot of the times what happens with this inflammatory cycle is that it starts to have bearing in your gut level, and that's where we start, because often these autoimmune systems go haywire through the leaky gut syndrome, believe it or not. And that's where I start, because all these foreign particles or foreign substances that you might be ingesting gets down into your system, and then it gets overloaded, and then it really confuses the immune system because it's trying to combat, and it really sets out like an army to like protect your body, but it no longer has that protection, and then it starts to like attack its own cells, turns on itself, and then it just has this cascade of inflammatory pathways. So I want to know what nutrients are being used and what nutrients are not being absorbed by your body, and that's a good profile for me to start with. And then I also want to know about your antioxidant levels, because that tells me what foods you're eating, what foods you're needing to get those levels. And if you do need a little bit more than normal, or if you're lower than what I'd like you to be, considered like lower limits of normal, then I want to supplement you with some real good antioxidants that can be readily absorbed through nutraceutical companies that I use. And then I also look at MTHFR. It's methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. That's a mouthful. But it's a genetic mutation that a lot of people are having. And if you don't have methylated forms of vitamin B supplementation, you're just not getting enough vitamin B, and a lot of autoimmune conditions are lack of energy and muscle pains. And all those pathways are contributing to this. And then you end up with what's called homocysteine levels, which are raised. And then that's an indicator of inflammatory cycle. So there's multiple pathways to address the dysfunctions. And I want to make sure I have a good understanding of that, so that I can optimize your outcome, really ultimately allow you to have quality of life and improve function in your life.